That's so nice.
If you want to get infected with unoriginality and laziness, then boy do I have a video game for you. Some would say this is considered to be the plague of getting stale. I don't think you'll be prepared, but hey, I was never prepared for when they started calling me the Big Pimp Boss, so 3, 2, 1. The new Super Mario Bros. Series is known for too much yellow toad and unoriginality. These games often get a bad rap because every single game seems to be the same in a lot of people's eyes. I mean, yeah, at first glance, these games seem to have a weird thing of using the same world themes over and over and over and over, and holy crap, can we please stop this torture? However, I believe there is one game in this series that is not only the best new Super Mario Bros. Game, but probably the best 2D Mario in general. For whatever reason, nobody appreciates this game because it shares the same name with the other demon spawns in the series. But New Super Mario Bros. DS isn't really like those other games. This one's kind of special. That's why I'm going to try my best to prove why this is the best 2D Mario, or at least just prove why it's a good game in general. New Super Mario Bros. DS was officially revealed at E3 2004, and it looked amazing. The game sported a much different art style compared to the original game, and had Mario and Luigi running around in the same 2D space together. That's a sign that this game would succeed. Because of Luigi, the Green Man, he would be playable. Woo! The trailer ended up showing a brand new power-up, and this would make Mario the size of a giant. I knew this game had a plague of swords when I saw Mario get Giganticism. This was a pretty exciting announcement for many. We haven't seen a classic 2D Mario adventure since Super Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy, and that wasn't even developed by Nintendo. This was really shaping up to be a great game. Now, personally, I didn't really know about this. When I was alive in 2004, I had no idea what a new Super Mario Bros. Was. NSMB was officially released on May 15th, 2006 in North America. Everyone loved this game. To reiterate, we haven't seen another 2D Mario game since Super Mario Land 2. I bring this up again because it really shows off the success of New Super Mario Bros. If you ever wondered why there are 4 of these games, heck 5 if you count New Super Luigi U, it's because this game is one of the best-selling games of all time. It sold over 30 million copies. That's 10 less than Super Mario Bros. For the NES, which is one of the most revolutionary games of all time. This game was played by more people than Simpsons Hit and Run. Well, 14 years later, how is this game remembered? Not very well, honestly. What a shame. That really sucks because this game still has some of that Nintendo special magic that was seen in the original platformers on the NES and Super Nintendo. The fact how everyone is saying that these games are a source for lazy and uninspired content isn't really getting anybody very anxious to play this game. The number one complaint I hear about this game is that they all look the same. What, did everyone just go mad? That's like saying Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Super Smash Bros. Wii U look the same, when that simply isn't true. Maybe they're just looking at the Mario model because it does share a lot of the same animations to the other new Super Mario Bros. Games. I believe this is by far the most unique game visually in the series. I would even say it looks very different compared to the other new Super Mario Bros. Games. For one, the enemies look kind of weird and also very intriguing. Kind of how GameCube games like Super Smash Bros. Melee and Luigi's Mansion use different designs compared to the modern ones for whatever reason. Let's take a look at some of the most common enemies in any Mario game: the Goomba and the Koopa Troopa. And Monty Mole, because who could ever forget about Monty Mole? No one does. No one remembers Monty Mole. Anyway, look at the DS Goomba. DS Goomba was made with sprites as opposed to 3D models of the Wii, which I would say the Goomba here looks like a modern version of the Goomba from the original Super Mario Bros., where the Goomba on the Wii just looks like any standard Goomba, honestly. Likewise for the Koopa looks very different compared to the Wii. It's not just these two enemies, but it's like this for every single enemy, and of course we can't forget about Monty Mole. Let's take a look at some of the environments. I would say the grass world in this game looks way better compared to Wii and 2. The grass world in New Super Mario Bros. Kind of reminds me of how shows used to look like for me back in the day when I watched them on TV, which kind of adds a little bit more personality than the others. Also, it just looks straight up better than the Wii. Now, I know what you're saying, what about Mario U? That game doesn't use a similar art style to Mario Wii and 2. Well, I guess that's true, but honestly, Mario U's art style looks kind of just okay, to be honest. Sure, it looks better than Mario Wii and 2, but not by much. They just don't really do anything for me the same way NSMB does. Yeah, sure, we could be here all day analyzing the colorful backgrounds of a 14-year-old game, but what is the new part of New Super Mario Bros? Well, for one thing, this game actually adds new things, unlike the other new games in the series. New enemies, new worlds, new bosses, and new power-ups. Some would argue the new enemies in DS are pretty forgettable, which, I mean, I kind of agree. But the only reason why they're so forgettable is because Nintendo hasn't really given them a comeback like the other enemies in older Mario games. Like, was Spike really that memorable before he came back in other Mario games? Be honest. Also, this Mario game isn't really the only Mario game with forgettable enemies. Who even remembers the Skeeter from Mario 64? Be honest. What's a new Mario game without some new level themes? Sure, this game may only have 2 new themes, but I don't believe we've seen any of these themes in Mario games before this. Sure, Mario 64 had Tall Tall Mountain, but that's really the only dedicated mountain level. And the last level of Mario Sunshine, which I guess was a mountain, I swear guys, don't worry, it just felt like another lava level to me. The only theme we haven't seen in any Mario game at all, aside from maybe a spin-off, was the Toxic Forest, which is probably the coolest one. It kind of does make sense why these 2 themes play it relatively safe, because we haven't really seen them this realized before. A forest theme was in Mario Party 3. Gosh dang it! Mario Party 3 always ruins everything for me. And of course, we can't forget the power-ups of New Super Mario Bros. What's a new Mario game without some new power-ups? A bad Mario game, thank you for asking. New Super Mario Bros. Happens to have 3. Let's start off with the Mega Mushroom. This monstrosity makes you big, and you can destroy little things with it. The main complaint that I hear about this power-up is that it's a complete gimmick. Wouldn't that make the star a gimmick as well? The star is the same thing as the Mega Mushroom, but you can't destroy stuff. If this is perfectly fine, then why is the Mega Mushroom considered to be the Black Death? On to the second power-up, the Mini Mushroom. It's okay, not the best. I'll give the Mini Mushroom one thing, and it has a pretty cool challenge with it. To access World 4 and 7, you need to beat World 2's and 5's castle with the Mini Mushroom, and it creates a fun little challenge that I don't think I've really seen in any Mario game before. And finally, the best Mario power-up, the Blue Shell. I do not know what sick person at Nintendo decided to not bring this power-up back, but it legitimately kills me. The most we got from this power-up is that if you press ZR while holding the shell in Super Mario 3D World, you'll go inside the shell and spin around for a little bit, and this is the reason why I'm still single. Moving on to the bosses, New Super Mario Bros. Actually have some pretty solid fights. I mean, nothing amazing. I feel like bosses in Mario games aren't really nothing to brag about, but they're probably the best out of every 2D Mario game. For some reason, when designing a boss for a Mario game, they just say, just throw Koopaling there. However, this is probably the only 2D Mario game where we have some original bosses. Aside from the Super Mario Land series, but hey, that makes it even better. We have a Mummy Pokey, a giant Goomba, a lightning Lakitu, and an obese fish. And a Monty Mole in a tank. Who could ever forget about Monty Mole? Something I've never seen done in main series Mario games before, up until this point, is extra modes. Let's start off with the minigames. Yeah, these are just the same minigames from Super Mario 64 DS, but I mean, hey, you know, more content is more content. That's pretty cool. We even have some new minigames that weren't in the original DS game. One game I've always liked is seeing Yoshi pick a flower and seeing if she loves him. Man, I hope she loves him. Some of these minigames are really fun. I really like Coincentration. I don't know, just trying to get a bunch of coins from one box is pretty satisfying. Yes, something has purpose because I touched it. I really enjoy the Bomb-Omb one, where you have to move the pink and black Bomb-Ombs into the respective colors. However, I believe some of the best mini-games in this collection are the Luigi gambling ones. Something about playing blackjack with Luigi, with a Toad walking around in this fancy vest, is just so fun and adds a lot of charm to the game, honestly. Also, this is basically just Mario's game gallery, but with gambling games and a fancy Luigi. And I've saved the best for last. family murder. Mario vs. Luigi is about Mario and Luigi collecting stars while one person plays as Mario or Luigi. I've gotta say, this game mode is one of the best things I've ever played. You can walk up to anybody with a DS and just battle someone in this mode. I have a lot of fond memories playing this mode with my friends as a kid. Man, that was so great. This is by far one of the best multiplayer modes ever. I just wish it could make a comeback in another Mario game. So overall, is New Super Mario Bros. DS the best 2D Mario? I mean, I would say so. I may just get on America's Most Wanted for saying this game is creative and original, but gosh dang it, I would defend this game even if I have to eat soap. This game not only gave us a brand new 2D Mario experience, but was many's first Mario game ever, including myself. Am I biased? Yeah, I'd say so. But hey, if you don't like this game, I'm not gonna hate you for it. I think we're all allowed to have our own favorite game. I'm just trying to say that this game is actually worth something compared to the other games in this series. I would even consider this to be up there with Super Mario Bros. 3 and Mario World. But sadly, thanks to Nintendo making 3 new Super Mario games with all of them taking what DS did and making it even more stale, this game was not really remembered as fondly as something like Mario 3 or Mario World. And it really sucks because I genuinely really like this game. Nintendo may be done with New Super Mario Bros., but I will always remember this game for what it did and got me into video games as a whole. Wait a minute. This game doesn't have Yellow Toad?